friends, in previous video we discussed about customer, how to get customer and how to make him or her fall in love with our product. Today let us discuss another important factor in business is people. People can make or break the business. It's a very complex thing, people in the business, but let's see what simple rules we can have to manage this complex human being. Before we go into the principles, let's go and have one story. So there was one departmental store and there were a lot of sections in that and many people were working in that. But there was one lady who was a problem and nobody used to like her. Everybody used to say she's useless and she used to get transferred from one section to another section, and in 6 months she traveled all sections and finally everybody said we don't want her, she's useless. Then they went to chief, the boss of departmental store, and they said we don't want her, she is useless. He says, what are you saying? Nobody is useless in this world. God has given us at least one trait, minimum one trait, which is useful. So I don't believe that anybody is useless in this world. They say, boss, your theory is good, but this is not in practice. So he asked, why you are saying she is useless? So they explain, she comes to shop as soon as the shop opens and she puts her head down on the counter and she sleeps. So how can we work when one lady is sitting and sleeping there on the counter, and how can we do the business? So she's a problem for us. We don't want her, she's useless. He says, okay, no problem. You leave this problem with me, I will handle it. So next day morning, he goes to the departmental store and there is one section of ready-made suits and dresses. He makes into two sections, one for sleeping gowns for ladies and another for other dresses and material. Then he tells that lady, the problematic lady, useless lady, that please wear our gown, otherwise you are going to lose the job. So you have to just wear our gown while in the office. So she says, okay, fine. She wears that gown. She goes to the counter and she sleeps. Then he puts a board next to her. If you wear our sleeping gowns, you will get such a calm and quiet sleep. And the business starts booming. The moral of the story is that he found out what is her trait which we can use for the business. Whether that trait is good or bad, we are not discussing. How to make use of every person's positive things which is useful for our business is important. Over the years, my personal experience and probably yours also, that people are discussing more and more only negatives. If you see all 10 years performance appraisal of any person, you will see all this discussion on developmental needs. But if we focus on positive, probably things will be different. Otherwise, after having 10-15 years discussion on developmental needs in company, everybody would have become CEO material, but it doesn't happen that way. So the trick is to focus on positive, because sometimes a person who has been taken out of the company or who has been asked to go because of non-performance, he does very well in other companies. Why? Because they are focused on his positives or her positives. So friends, in business or while managing people, you might have seen or you might be experiencing such useless people. But think that there is something good in that person for our business, for my business. Make use of that. That's all my request. Thank you very much.